Everybody, welcome to Yerushalmi Chagigah Daf Aleph. We're at the two dots. I'm sorry, not at the two dots. We're at the Yesh Aimrim. It's the first wide line towards the end of the line. It says Yesh Aimrim. We're in the middle of the story of Elisha ben Aviah. What happened to Elisha ben Aviah? Why did he go up the derech? So the Yesh Aimrim, it's a big daf here, so we'll try to move along here. When she was pregnant with him, who passed the church, they used to use incense, and she smelled it. And this it permeated the guf like the poison of a snake. Okay, now back at the ranch. After a certain period of time, Elisha got sick. They said, your Rebbe is not feeling well. So Ozelboy Mevakart, he went to, so May went to go visit him. Vashkechet Vakabosh, he was talking out well. Amalei, let's at Chazbacha, and she going to do tshuva. Amalei, Vin Chaz Miskabel, if I do tshuva, will I be accepted back? Amalei, Veloy King Siv, Tasha Ben Shadaka, Adiktuko Shel Nefesh Mikabel until the last second of life. So by the show Bocha Elisha, Venifto Maze, he died, and he was nifta, he died. He was crying. Rebbe was happy because if the Rebbe, it seems that Rebbe died from doing tshuva, which is great. When they buried Elisha, Yerda Ishman Shemaim v'Sorfes Kivra burnt his cave. Also, Ramnul Remeya Kivra Rab Chayaki. They said, hey, they went to Remeya. Rebbe's cave is on fire. Nafik boy mevakarte. Bash Chayaki want to go visit the cave and found it was burned. It was burning. What did he do? Nasif Gulse he took his cloak, Uparsi and spread it out over the cave. Amalini, and he said, Lini alayla, he's quoting from Rus, from Bayaz and Rus, Lini b'olamazeh shadem l'layla. Veheyei ba'boike z'olam haba shekulei boike. This is referring to olam haba, which is kulei boike. Migalcha, and this is all conversation of Bayaz and Rus, and he's just darshaning it. Migalcha toif. So wonderful. Yigal zeh Kadosh Baruch Hu Shu Toif, which knows the Ksibei Tov Hashem L'Kol B'Rachman L'Kamasav. Hashem is only good. For whatever reason, Kadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want to be Goel you. V'Galticha Noichi Chai Hashem. I'm going to write again. This is all quotes from that pasuk. But made referring to himself, I'll be Goel you. V'Tafyas, and the fire went out. Amar Meya in Amram L'Chaba Hu Almaf. They're going to tell you the next. Ask Rebbe, what if they're telling you the next word Lamanat Boy? Lemifkara. Who or lemikriva? Who do you want to mark with? Your father, Lavuch, or the Rabcha? Your father, your Rabbi. I know mikriv the Rabbi. First I'll do Elisha, my Rabbi. Vasa came lab, I'll do my father afterwards. Amrun lay. So he said to me, Shamloch, they listen to you. Amaloy v'loy came to Ninu. We learn Matzilin Tikka Sefer Masefer. You're allowed to save on Shabbos from a fire the Tikka Sefer, the cover is together the Sefer. Tik Tefillin at Tefillin. It was Agad Tefillin. You can save even the bag of the Tefillin. Right. Tefillin, Matzil Elisha, Acheb is Chus Torah. We're going to also say Elisha in his Chus of his Torah. Unfortunately, his daughters were very needy and they needed tzedakah. So goes Rebbe Omer, Moshe Chesed, if they shouldn't have Rachmanas on his Yisayim, on Achaz Yisayim. Amalei Rebbe, so the daughter said to Rebbe, I'll tabit myself, forget about what he did. Look at the Torah that he learned. Boisa Shah Bacha Rebbe began crying because Alin Sheispanis. So he decreed that you should get parnasa. They should be supported by the community. Amar Ma Imzeh Sheyoga B'Torah Shalal Shum Shemaim. Mad if this one who worked in Torah Shalal Shum Shemaim Ro Ru'uma Hamed. Look what he established, either referring to his daughters or to Reb Meir. Mishu Yoga B'Torah Lishma. Somebody who's learned Torah Lishma Kama. What's going to be his reward? Rabbi Lezer B'Shem Basira. Rabbi Lezer, okay, this is going back to Malafnim, Malacha. So we have to dash in what was in the world before and afterwards. So Rabbi Lezer B'Shem Basira, Plia, so he quotes Basira, which is a sefer of all kinds of Pisganim that was written. So Pli Mimcha, what's separated from you? Ma Teda, what are you going to know? Amuka Mishol, Ma Tachka, what's deeper than Sha'oil? The depths, it could be referring to Gehenna, what's all the way down. What do you have to do? What are you investigating for? The Mashar Shisa, his by name, and in what you're allowed to, what you're permitted to think about, that's what you should think about. And in Chayes Ibn Esther, you have nothing to do with hidden things. Ravam, And this is, again, this is referring back to the Mishnah. We said you shouldn't delve too much on Maaser Bereshis or before Maaser Bereshis. Rav Teolam say Shakir, Yisrachashun, Yisparachun, and Yishtatkun. So Yisrachashun, what does that mean? That's a Kamodatam, we see in the Pasuk, Vayom Hashem Elov Misam Peh, right? Elim, Cheresh, right? Kodesh Baruch Hu tells Moshe that. So we see somebody who's deaf. He's also mute because if he's deaf, he doesn't know how to speak. So therefore it's mute. So that's what should happen to somebody who wants to if somebody's darshaning, what happened before Bereshis, don't listen. Yisparchen, kmodatom of v'hine nechem al ma'alumas. If you pshat in this Yisparchen, it can mean either, like you're bundling, like by the Yishoten, they're making bundles, so bundle your mouth shut. And your shtat comes keep your mouth shut. Hadoivre is al tzadik asuk. So it's all again quoting about Doivris al tzaddik asur, the tzaddik of the of olden times. So what does that mean? Doivris al tzaddikoi shel olam. That's talking about the tzaddik shel olam. Hakadosh Baruch Hu dvarim shehetik mibriyos, things that he hid from his briyas. This guy's trying to uncover. So don't do that. The gav of avuz. So the end of that pasuk says, outside the be gav of avuz. What does that mean? Zeshum is go eloim and anidosh ma'asebrachos. This guy is holy. He thinks I can dash ma'asebrachos. So shuhu kimegor. He thinks he's high and mighty. Be'eneklam uvaza fakert. He's embarrassing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We'll see some examples. This on the base. Right? If you're miskaber yourself by putting down the other person, he doesn't know you don't get a chelik haba. Miskaber kvod chay hoilamim lekoshke, and certainly you miskaber yourself at God's expense. You're not not getting anything. Maksib asrei. What does it say afterwards? It says ma'arav tuvcha shetzavantel riacho. So al yihi, so more darshans, what does that mean? And his al yihi loy bameh rav tuvcha. You should not take place as ma rav tuvcha shetzavantel riacho. You shouldn't partake in that rav tuvcha. If a person darshans of what happened before Maaser Bereshis. So Rav Levi Ksiv kavod elikim heste dava. It also says kavod elikim. Right, and the rest of that pasuk says, "Kvod Elokim hasta davar, kvod malachim chakor davar." Well, which one is it? Is it hasta davar, or is it chakor, or looking into something? So kvod Elokim hasta davar shaloi nivro olam. That's before the world was created. That's hasta davar. Hide that. Kvod malachim chakor. That chakor davar. That's mishin nivro olam. Then faket. You should darshan it. I'm going to leave it. Hazois yidato mini ad. Aval es atmani sim odam ali oretz. Atmini sim odam ali oretz. In other words, what happened till person was put on the earth, that keep hidden. If things happen afterwards, then that's after sim odam ali oretz, when person's on the ground, that you could darshan. But Yodim Shem Rabba B'Ksiv Kishan Ol Yom Rishonim Asher Lufanecha Yachol Kadol Maaser Bereshis. I would think Yom Rishonim includes even before Maaser Bereshis. Tavaloima L'Menayim Ashabor Lakim Hodam Al Oretz. So you say, okay, so when was that? That was Yochel Mishishi Veilach. So maybe I can only darshan from Shishi because that's when Adam was created. Tavaloima Rishonim. Achashriba Kosovo Miyitz. Yeah, both. It says Rishonim. It's Marba. Then it says it's me. It says she. It's Hashmo says only Shishi. So what do we do? Harinu lamedim is shishi. So we learn from shishi. Ma shishi miyuchashu b'shesh meibereish is avat loite mevi ella es shahu kiyotze b'shishi, which is sheshis meibereish, which is like shishi. That's when the world was created. So you can darshan from everything, including the sheshis meibereish, but not before that. So you would think darshan anything. I'm giving you orders from Shemaim until Shemaim. In other words, but not before, not above or below. So the way it works is, knows to yourself, you can dash whatever you want to privately to yourself. When the world's created, we'll go through Chaim's Girsa there. You can dash to the public. You can dash to whoever you want, but that's only from Sheshis Mebreshis. Turning back about on the Yom. Ulamin is a riboy asya. So now, he darshins ulamin ayoyim. In other words, it says already. It says in the pasuk. So Shalno b'Yom Rishonim Ula Min Hayom Shabbos, and the Yom Rishonim was already included Shesh Mei Bereishis. What's Ula Min Hayom? So he dashed on Lenyaf HaKetz. Says no, you can dash it even from before. So Asi the Ruba Pazi Kadod Bar Kapara. So it turns out he's holding like Bar Kapara, right? That Yehuda Pazi is holding back, but Yehuda Pazi is the one who is before we said on Daf Tes that he darshened betchilo hayoyla mayim b'mayim. So obviously he's holding. You can darshen even from before Shesim Ebreshis. And Umad the Tony Reb Chia Kado the Reb. What Reb Chia learned. Umad the Tony Reb Chia Kado the Rebbe, like Rebbe. We said, I believe that was on Amud Aleph. We had said, Rabbi Yom Rishem Abba, Ksiv, Kishano Yom Rishoyin, Moshe Lufanecha, that it's only Misheshes Mebereshis. Rabbi Chia learned the same way. Okay? That also you can only dash Misheshes Mebereshis. Rabbi Yoyin Rishem Rabbi Levi the Beis, Nevroi, once we're on this topic, how was the world created? Beis, Bereshis. Ma Beis, why Dafka Beis? Ma Beis, Sosmi called Stadav, Vasuach Mitzad Echad. Just like a base, right? A base shaped this way, so it's only open for one side, right? On the left side. It's open. So kach ein lecha rishus liidroish ma'alamata, right? The base is there's a stop on the top. It's got a piece in the bottom. Ma'alafnim, ma'alachar, right? It's closed on the three sides. Ma elamiyam shenivra olam luba, only for when the world was created and on that you could darshan, but that's it. Oim no base. We say to the base, mi barach. Obviously, this is a little drush. Who created? Who Marlahem ben Akuda? He points to the tag. The tag, the guy on top. Mashamai. Who Marlahem ben Akuda shalacharov behind him. So it's to his, to the base is right. To Mashamai. Who Marlahem ben Akuda shalacharov. Hashem Shemai. Adon like the Aleph. Adon Shemai. Adnus. Davar acher, v'lama bebeis, why dafka beis? Shu b'loshen paracha, v'loy b'al shu loshen ari, which is loshen of curse. Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said as follows: anybody is salami ela bebeis. Why? Shlo yehu kol b'yoyim oimrim. Hey chol yochalam. Anyway, v'nivra b'loshen ari was cursed from its creation. Aloreni instead zok Kadosh Baruch Hu bar es a bebeis. I'll create a bebeis b'loshen paracha. V'ula yamid, and maybe it will last. Rav Shem Rabbi Yochanan b'shtei oisios nivru shtei olamis. Two worlds were created. With two eyes here. It's Echad Behei, Echad Beyud. No, it's Yud K. Hashem Yud K. Matam. Where do we see this from? Ki Beka Hashem Tzur Elam. Hashem created all the words Beka with using Yud K. Beino Yod Meiz Nivra Behei, Beis Mehem Nivra Beyud. I don't know which one was created with which. Elam Madik Siv Elo Tolas Hashmayim Ba'aretz Behi Baram Fem Mitrosha Behei Baram. Told Shemaim Ba'aretz, and that's referring to Abba Lamazeh. It's referring to Lamazeh. Never behave. Olam Abba is there must be a oppressive nation. We know that Olam Abba never be Yod. My hey psuach melamaton, and now we're going to dash this. My hey psuach melamaton. Rem is a chol ba'olam shehin Yod nishal. Everybody dies. And my hey yeshlo nekuda lamal. It's got a tag on top, a little crown on top. Misho shehin Yod and ein oilam. It's tzadikim. Even b'misos and nikru chayim, and they become greater. So the oil, my hey psuach we call tzad. Right, the hay is not enclosed, right? It's not like a ches. It's got a piece missing, right, where its leg is, between the leg and the top. So therefore it's Pesach called sad. Kach Pesach Pesach or Balei Tshuva. Kadosh Baruch Hu gives a Pesach knows a bolas. Someone who comes to do tshuva, Messiah knows it. Ma Yud Kafuf. It's small. Kach Yud Kobayel Kfufin. People should be humble. They should be kfufin. And people turn green while they turn green because they'll be embarrassed. Each person will be embarrassed, and the other guy will see his mitzvahs and what he could have done, what he could have accomplished. David saw this. His once he saw the world's created with two letters, he's mekalas HaKadosh Baruch Hu to his two letters. Hallelujah, as we know, Hallelujah Hashem, Hu Hashem Hashem. Reb Nasiya Shol Reb Shmuel Bar Nachman. Yud Nasiya asked Reb Shmuel Bar Nachman, Mao Dein Diksiv. What's this that says in the pasuk? Soilu leroiches baravos because shemoi ve'ilzul ufanov. Praise him. Amrulei Amalei said to him, "Eilucha kamakom makom she'enu mamuna al bayev shaloi." Baya is according to Chaim Kanievsky, is baya is like oive, groaning, the moaning, people in pain. So every place has a malach that's mamuna on it. On the I guess the misery, the groaning of that place. Who's at the top? Kadosh Baruch Hu. because Shemoy. So there's Ba Yo Shemoy. Now that's where it comes from. Okay, Amalei. Rebbe Lazar Rab Chalev Darsh King. So you see, said to Reb Shmuel, but your Rebbe Lazar didn't darshan like this. El Lamelech, instead he darshan like this. El Lamelech Shaban a Palatin built a palace b'mokim bivim b'mokim ashbas b'mokim Sirius. A king went, he cleared out a place where there used to be sewers and the garbage heaps and a stinky place, and he built his palace over there. And now, right, so that stuff, right, Mishu who bought, right, that was all there, and the king went and there's a gorgeous palace there. So now, Mishu Babaima Palt Nazul. Hey, by the way, you should know this palace, the Mokim Bivenu, it's where the sewers are, Mokim Ashbasu, Mokim Siriasu. Ain't a poigim, he's not being poigim the covenant of the Melech, obviously he's being poigim the Melech. So Kach Mishu Oima Betchilo Hoya Oila Mayim B'Mayim, Arez a poigim. He's being poigim God. Or I'll give you another mashal of Pardisai Shel Melech. Again, this is what he's saying Rebbe Lazar Darshan. About the Paradiso Shemelech, he had a beautiful garden. Valiyah Benuya Al Gabo, he built a nice platform. Olav, you got Olav Lahotzitz. It's meant, this platform is meant to look at. Avaloi Liga, don't touch. So same thing over here. You could right. It's meant to look at. You can look at the world, but don't touch. In other words, don't go start delving into where did it come from and how it was made. Not for us. Okay. First the heavens were created and the earth. Each one has a makar for what they hold. Shemayim is mentioned first. And also they give you a mashal. When he made his throne, he made his footstool. Hashemayim kisi, v'oretz hadam laglos. So there you go. Shemayim is created first. Matan Beis Hillel, they say the opposite. B'yom atzos Hashem lakim eretz first, and then b'shemayim. And they also give you a marshal. The melech shosa palthim mishabonos atavtonim. First he builds. He's building a palace. First the king builds the foundations. Asa salyonim. After the foundations, he makes the upper walls. Af yod yasta eretz first, and then b'mini tipcha shomayim. Am Rabbi Bapazi v'dom asila Beis Hillel. We have a right to raise Hilofonim. Haaretz Yisadet. Masi Dechav Shemaim. So see, Aretz is mentioned first. Amrchanim Mokish Beisham Avin Tamil Vrayim Mishon Beisil Masalkin Lo. And actually, from the very place that Beisham brings a raya, right from right, Bereshit Bor Lekim Tzvashvayim Haaretz. From that's exactly where Beis Hillel knocks them out. Why? Because Matan B'Sham Beresh Bala Kim Asashmem Zaretz. Misham Beis Hillel Masalkin Line. Va'aretz Hoysa. Right? So the Paul says Va'aretz Hoysa Soyu V'Vayu. Hoysa Kvar Hoysa was already there first. Hey, have a wonderful evening.